There's this guy I knew back when I was in college. He liked to show off all sorts of smoke tricks, but one trick in particular always stood out to me. He would blow a pair of smoke rings. They looked a lot like shackles. Knowing what I know now, I can see why. I watched dude blow smoke until he had blown money, blown opportunities, and blown his future away, and he ain't the only one. I've seen far too many Americans inhaling fresh stress and exhaling potential. The price of tobacco is too tall a toll to take lightly, one that is only paid in full at the cost of one's life. We miss the significance of a cigarette smoker's cry for help. They say, "Give me a light," and so we hand them a lighter, which proves that we are tone deaf to their true request. When they say, "Give me a light," they're really asking for a light that a lighter can't provide, a flame to light the way of escape from the dark hellscape in which they are caged. Most don't see tobacco corporations for what they are: an airtight chain of fast food restaurants, a chain that leaves customers bound to dine in many once they've dined in one. Guests roll up to these joints to be fixed a plate of oven-roasted lungs, served with a side of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, COPD, and stroke. Smoke, an unholy ghost that fills its host until the cup runneth over. It haunts the halls and walks through walls of the heart and lungs. Each puff is like speaking in tongues of hellfire, and a burning temple is bound to affect the mental. For those who attempt to quit, the weather forecast for their mental health is cloudy, with a chance of withdrawals. What's worse is that tobacco is far harder to quit when the cigarettes contain menthol. Menthol. It masks the searing pain of inhalation, replacing the harshness of smoke with a cooling sensation. We turn a blind eye to this legal form of chemical warfare. The victims are prisoners of a war they never signed up for. Each cigarette ad projects into the projects like a projectile missile that detonates on impact, releasing toxic gas that leaves black bodies internally beaten, bruised, battered, and tattered as if their lives only mattered to make big tobacco's pockets fatter. Tobacco's a sad hoax, a bad joke that attacks throats of black folks till we're flat broke. We can't help but wheeze when our lungs are collapsed by tobacco's knees. I can't breathe, while my melanin brethren are being treated as sheep, sacrificed as burnt offerings to a god of coin, slaughtered at an altar made of ash, all for the sake of cash. How long will this last? Overt slavery of the past has been remodeled and gift-wrapped into the covert bondage that plagues blacks in the present, from being forced to pick cotton for your owner's wealth, to being coerced to pick tobacco over your own health. I know what some of you are thinking. Fire and brimstone don't discriminate by skin tone. I know. All shades look the same when shrouded in smoke. I know. Why bring up race when all flesh incinerates? I know. Why mention color when all men can suffocate? I know. Indeed, nicotine is a fiend to every human being. All can fall victim to the internal inferno ignited by tobacco. But those who lack the means to receive treatment are also the ones whose needs are least heeded, so please don't be heeded. In the fight against cigs, all skin folk are kinfolk.
That's right.
If one of us coughs, we all cough. If one of us chokes, we all choke. Let's stand hand in hand in the secondhand smoke, united in earnest against those who kindle the furnace. We can end the malpractice of Marlboro. We can be the straw that breaks the back of camel packs. It's time to fight back against big tobacco's attacks. The day will come when their clouds of smoke disappear, when their reign over us is over and done. But until that day comes, tobacco corporations, you better listen up and take note. We don't want your smoke, and trust me, you don't want no smoke of ours.